welcome. Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 167 of the Level Up program and day number 8 of the brown belt level. If you're new to the program today, this is all about learning how to shoot the dice and practice our shooter-based, trend-based betting system. And I'm running a couple minutes late today, guys. I apologize for that. But today is the third day of the week, so it's Wednesday. So we're going to be going through our stick left one position today using the Yuri grip and the Yuri dribble. And we have got Chris and Dice Dejan in the chat and SJ in the chat. Welcome, guys, to Level Up on a Wednesday morning. And I got my Crapsee working today, so we're going to be going again with Crapsee. If you're playing along with Crapsee, the code is Z5G2M3. That is Z5G2M3. So make sure you jump on the Crapsee, and we will get going right away. We're going to continue on with our 3V dice set again today, and we'll be working on analyzing the dice results. So the 3236 is the dice set that we're using, and it looks like my camera is a little bit blurry on my throwing camera. So let's see if we can get that working a little bit better. I don't know if that's any better, but we'll give it a try. Good morning, Dusty One. Good morning, Frida. Good morning, Rick. So here we go. We're going to start off with a $25 pass line bet. We're going to go $5 on a crap check, $555 on an ATS. And since I'm going to be going to Joliet, Illinois at the end of August, they also have a fire bet. I can't do that in Crapsee, but a fire bet would apply into this betting also. Good morning, JR. So let's go all bets set here, and this will be the first roll of the day. I have not done any warm-up at all. So we're going to go 3236 and dice out. So again, this is going to be the Yuri dribble. So our goal is to get it to dribble or pitter-patter or bounce down the table as it goes. And that was a little bit long of a throw. But our first throw is going to be a 628. That'd be the Duracell 8. Now let's engage KPI here. There we go. And we get 6-2 on the Crapsee. So looking at the dice there, that was a single pitch on the left die, single pitch on the right die. So that was actually a primary hit. Both of them rotated one roll together. And that's going to allow us now to go to the 220 inside bet level. And since the 8 is the point, we're going to put $25 in pass line odds on. So we've got 50 on the 5 and 9. We've got 60 on that 6. We got $25 pass line odds. Let's go $35 pass line odds. And we'll call it all bet set, dice out. So I feel like I'm rushed this morning for getting a late start. But we'll see how we do as we go along here. And it didn't get all the way down to the end of the table. We got close, though. We got a 4-2-6. So that's an inside hit. 4-2. And so again, that's going to be a single pitch on the left die. On the right die, we had a double pitch, so that would be ultimately a single pitch of the dice. So they both stayed on axis, and we're going to bring our bets down now to the 154 inside bet level. So that's going to be $35 on the 5 and 9, 42 on the 6. And we will go $15 pass line odds. We have $65 brought back to the rack. So our goal is to get one more inside hit and then we're going to go down to the 66 inside bet level. And remember now, we're not going to the Ameristar anymore. We're going to be going to the Juliet, Illinois casino, which is a home casino for Arnell from Dice Grinders. And they are going to have a $15 minimum table. And I believe they also have a $10 minimum table. It depends on which table they're going to get for us. So we're going to practice as if we were doing $15 minimum tables here. So our goal is to work from 220 down to the 66 inside, which is the equivalent of a $15 table. Dice out. That was the pitter patter that I'm looking for. We got a 2-2, heart 4. So that'd be the ballerina. And again, left die, that was a single pitch. And the right die, that was an explosion. So we had a single pitch of one and an explosion of the other. That did nothing for our bets. It did help a little bit with the ATS though. Good morning, Roger. And we're going to keep our bets the same. We'll go all bets set and dice out. Good morning, Mike. And dice out. Grip is not comfortable. Let's regrip it. Felt like my fingers are a little twisted on it. And here we go. And we get the 5-3-8. So that is our point. So we hit the point. And that's also going to allow us to bring our bets down once we get a new point established down to that 66 inside bet level. So that was a single pitch of that left die and a primary on the right die. So single pitch, both dice on access. Good morning, Lou. So we're going to bring our pass line bet now down to $15. Remember that our goal with that pass line originally was to cover that craps check and the ATS bet and the fire bet. So we're going to go with the $15 pass line bet. We're going to go with a $2 craps check now. Our ATS is still intact. And we'll call that all bet set. And then as soon as we get a point set, we will go to that 66 inside bet level. And we should be almost at that break-even point then. So looking for a new point. Roll number 5 for shooter number 1. And we got a 6-1 on a come out. So 6-1-7 come out. So that will reset that ATS bet. But that is a pass line winner. So we're going to go back up again to $25 on that pass line. Remember that that pass line bet does cover that ATS. We had won it once already, so now we got to re-win it again. And we're going to go with a $5 crap check. We went back up on the 555 on that ATS. We're going to go 3-2. 3-6 for the dice set, which is our 3V dice set. And again, this whole week we're using this 3V dice set so we can try to get down path what the dice are doing. So next week we're going to jump into doing the George from CY matrix. And that's going to be a way to tell us whether we're going to be using the 3V dice set, a hardway set, or a kissing set, or the all 7 set. Good morning, Jen. So, okay, all bets set and dice out. Still looking for a point. This is shooter number 1 yet. And we got a 4-2-6, 2x4. So 6 will be our new point. Dice, I think the dice crossed at the end there, so the 2 should be on the left side there. Again, that's a single pitch and a double pitch. So it's a single pitch all round. 2, 4, 6 for Crapsee. So we're going to take that 42, we're going to take all of our bets down. We're going to go to 66 inside bet level. And so that's going to be 15 on the 5, 15 on the 9, 18 on the 8. We have the $25 pass line covering the 6. And now we're going to be doing our trend betting. So we have $101 brought back to the rack. We have $88 currently on the table. So we're now in the profit on the shooter. We're going to go with roll number 7 here using that 3V dice set. Dice out. And we got a 415 horse and buggy. So 2 days ago we had a really good shooting day. We had I think a 14 and a 28 that day for the shooting. Yesterday we had 1 good roll and 5 terrible rolls. Again, remember, every day that we're doing the shooting now, we're doing something different. Monday, when we had a real good shooting day, that was our normal stick left 1 shooting position with our Yuri grip. So that was what I've been practicing pretty much the whole journey so far. Yesterday, we used our stick left 1 position, but we're using our 3-finger front power grip. And then today, we're doing the Yuri dribble. So every day we're doing something different. We're trying to get a whole bunch of different things down. That's what the brown belt level is all about, is variety and trying to train ourselves to do different things and to see if we can figure out the patterns, figure out how we're throwing the dice, and figure out how we can change things around to make it better. That was a 5 that we threw, so we're going to bring that 5 and 9 up to $25. And we're going to call that all bet set. We'll go 3-2, 3-6 again. And dice out. Now it kind of had a hard bounce at first, but we got the 415 horse and buggy again. And that is going to be a nice little hit for us. So this is the left eye down there, and that was the single pitch on our double pitch on that one, and the one here would be the single pitch this way. So those ultimately a single pitch in total there. So we're gonna go to 35 and a 5 and 9 now. So that's a partial collect, partial press. 157 brought back to the rack, 128 on the table currently. We've got 6 people in Crapsee. We're up to like 14 or 15 people watching on YouTube. We're down to 10. So people must not like this Yuri dribble. But I'm kind of having fun with it. And the big thing is trying to keep this on axis. That's going to be my big goal. And so far, we've been successful with doing that today. Dice out. And we got the 134 Big Joe from Crapsee Journey. So yesterday's show, I kind of gave Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps a little bit of crap. No pun intended there. Give him a little bit of crap about not using my name, the Big Joe, every time he threw the 314 2 days ago. And he was kind of flustered. He said, and he apologized yesterday, and I was only razzing him. I wasn't looking for an apology or anything. So, in all good fun, Jeff. But usually when he throws it, he calls it the 314 Big Joe from Wisconsin. So he went and did a public apology yesterday. Jeff, no hard feelings, my friend. I was only joking around with you in the long run there. Good morning, Bam. So Lou's saying this is an interesting toss to watch in person at the table, and I would imagine that he's referring to Clay, East Coast Craps, because he sees him do this on a semi-regular basis, I would assume. We had the 4 there. That does nothing for our bets, so we're going to call that all bet set. Again, 3-2, 3-6 for our dice set. Dice out. And we got the 257, ouch. So we got to the profit. We made a little bit of a profit there. And our first roll was 10 long. So we hit the double digits, just barely on that. Remember, one of our goals on this brown belt level is to go and get better metrics. So our SOR, bring our SOR up, our SRR up, and our BSR, which is not one of the metrics on the screen, but that would be a metric in Bone Tracker. And we had a conversation the other day. Duracell made a comment about what my goal was, and I had given some goals out online, and we're trying to get that SOR up around 9 or 10. SRR, I didn't really give them a number, but if we can get that at what's average of 7 or 8 or better, and our BSR obviously around that 6 to 7, 6 to 8 level, that would be a pretty decent end result if we can get that average by the end of the brown belt. So some days it's going to be a lot higher than that. Some days it's going to be a little bit lower than that, but we want to have an average of that or better as we get going here. $25 pass line bet, $5 craps check, 555 on the ATS. And all bet set. Dice out. And we got 314 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. That's the second one that we've thrown of those today. And again, that's a primary on the left die. And that is a single pitch on that left die. On the right die, I'm sorry, right die. So big thing I have to remember is when I'm looking at analyzing these dice, I have to remember that on the left die, the 1 and the 6 are my axes numbers. On the right die, the 2 and the 5 are axes numbers. And then you can know where the dice are, because if a 4 is showing, that means it's a double pitch on either die. On the left die, if I get a 2 or 5, it's a single pitch. If on the right die, if I get a 6 or 1, it's a single pitch. So if I can memorize those things, that should hopefully help me analyze the dice roll on a little bit faster, a little bit more consistent basis. We're going to go with 220 inside. It's 50 on a 5 and 9, 60 in at 6 and 8. We'll do that for one hit, and then we'll bring it down to the 154. Good morning, Waylon. So 3-2, 3-6 is the dice set, and dice out. We're using that Yuri dribble again. And what I'm looking for is that pitter patter you just saw going down the table. And we got the 6-5 mid-mo-yo. And that is a name that brings a little sadness and heaviness to the heart. If you guys haven't heard, I think most of you guys in the chat here have heard that our friend Chiro from Mid-Mo-Yo had passed away this past week. Sad, and a huge loss to the craps community. He did not have his 1,000 people, subscribers like everybody wants, but he was worth far more than many thousands of subscribers because he brought that much to our hearts and to our community for craps. So thoughts and prayers go out to his family, to Crystal and Layla and everybody else involved there. So that was the 11. That did nothing for our bets. We're going to go all bet sets again. 3-2, 3-6 is our dice set. Dice out. And we got the 4-4 hard 8 square pair. So that would be a primary hit. Both dice double pitched, but they double pitched together, so it stayed primary. And that's going to be a nice little hit. We're going to be able to come down to 154 inside now. And So we got 35 on a 5 and 9, 42 on that 6 and 8. And we got all bets set. Waylon, I'm glad to see you here, my friend. I saw him put a video out the other day with his dad. His dad has the best name in the world. His name is Joe, who rolled out his throw and did his betting, made like about $5,000 on that throw. I love that man. He's a bundle of I don't even know how to explain it. Really super awesome guy. Thanks up. And we got a 527. I got a little distracted there. I lost a little energy in the dice, and it seems like whenever I get that energy loss, that 5-2 comes up with this dice roll. So we took a little bit of a hit here. Lost about $130, $129 on that roll. So again, that's a chance we got to take when we do the way that we are betting. So again, we're going to go $25 pass line bet, $5 craps check, 555 on that ATS. And all bets set. I've also noticed that Jacob from Wager Me This is starting to watch a lot of the different craps channels lately. Seems like he's getting really back into the craps again. I noticed he was on George from CY's channel in the chat quite a bit. John's, Jeff's. I think he's hit Ed from Roll the Winds. Dice out. So I welcome him back. He was actually one of the first people. We got a 538, easy 8. One of the first people that I've ever watched when I started watching YouTube and started learning about craps. And my original play in the beginning when I first started was bubble craps, and I did a lot of 6, 7, 8 Jacob style when I was playing that. So that was an implosion of that right die and a primary on the left die. Again, we're going to go with the 220 inside bet level. That's going to be 50 on a 5 and 9, 60 on that 6, and we're going to go with $35 in pass line odds. And all bets set. Dice out. Again, I lost energy on that left die, caught and just kind of veered off here. But the right one made it all the way down. We have a 3-2-5, no field 5. And we're going to say shooter, make them all the way down to the end of the table. But that was a hit for us, so we're going to be able to come down to the 154 inside. And that was a primary on the left. And that was an explosion on the right. So 35 on the 5 and 9 again. 42 on that 6. And we're going to go with $15 in pass line odds. And all bets set. Dice out. As we roll number 16, we're on shooter number 3 right now. And we got a 3-3, hard 6, the double D-Gen. Chris from Dice D-Gen. So that is a primary hit. And that's going to allow us to come down to that 66 inside bet level. So we are now into profit. So we got 15 on the 5 and 9, 18 on that 6. The 8 is covered by the pass line. 114 brought back to the rack. We have 88 on the table right now. 3-2, 3-6 is going to be the dice set. So this is a good position to be in. We're on roll number 3 and we're already into profit. So this is kind of what I'm hoping for with the betting system that we have. We're going out a little bit heavy in the beginning, but hopefully we can get those 2 inside hits in a relatively quick manner like this. So now we can start doing our trend betting and start hopefully increasing the profits that we see coming back to the rack. Dice out. And we got a 2-1-3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So at the casino, I've been going lately every Sunday, and one of the things I'm focusing on when I get to the casino and I'm throwing the dice is actually trying to get into that zone. And I've been using my Yuri grip with the regular toss from stick left 1. I've been fortunate to get in that position all the time. And I've been focusing on getting the dice out. But one of the things I've been focusing on really big time is getting in that zone. So I actually lean up against the table. I'm staring I make my bets, and then I stare right where the dice are going to be at the table. Almost like I'm kind of in a zone or a zombie state. And the last time I was there was a regular that was standing next to me, and he actually asked me halfway through my roll if everything was all right, because I was talking to him, I was interacting with him, all that type of stuff. But as soon as I started throwing the dice, I started doing that whole zone thing and trying to block out all the conversation around me, all the dealer talk, all the slots ringing, all that stuff. And I was a totally different person when I was trying to get in that zone to stay in the zone. And he actually asked me, "Hey, are you all right, dude? Are you all right, Joe?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm just getting in that zone." And he kind of looked at me, kind of smiled, and left me alone till I was done with my roll. So it was kind of a neat thing that I was able to achieve that, but also that he was recognizing that. So we're gonna go all bets set here, guys, and dice out. Again, we're using that Yuri dribble 3-2-3-6 dice set. So I can't emphasize how important it is to try to block everything out. And we got the OMC craps, all the dots and all the spots, midnight. 6612. So that's definitely a nice hit for that ATS. So that is a explosion of that left die, and that would just be a single pitch of the right die. Good morning, Clay. Welcome to Level Up. I have not seen you here for a few days, my friend. And all bets set. Dice out. That was a little bit long of a hop there before it started dribbling down. So we only got a couple dribbles in, but we got a 5-3-8. 8 came easy. And that is our point, by the way. So we hit the point. So we're going to go down to $15 pass line bet now. And we're going to go with a $2 craps check. All of our box numbers are turned off. The ATS is still intact. 3-2-3-6. And dice out. And we got a 6-1-7 on the come out. That's been our normal come out there. So it's, I think, the second or third time we've done a come out of a 6-1. But unfortunately, that resets our ATS. So again, we're going to go back up to the $25 pass line bet, $5 on the craps check, 555 on the ATS. 137 brought back to the rack so far, and we got all bets set here. Dice out. 3-2-3-6. Looking for a point. It's still shooter number 3. hit the mixing bowl there, another 7, a 4-3-7 this time. So that one did not go down straight down the table like I was hoping for. It actually hit that mixing bowl and came right around the ball and bounced out towards the left. Again, that's a come out winner, pass line winner. And we're going to go again, $25 pass line, $5 crap check, 555 on the ATS. If I keep on doing these 7 outs here, I'm going to probably not do the ATS for a little while until we get a good pattern going. But that's usually when I start hitting it off and getting close to hitting the ATS. In fact, before we had that 7 come out here, we were only 2 numbers away from hitting that small. All bet set. Dice out. And we got a 6-3-9. That'd be a center field 9. So that's a primary on the right die, on the left die, and a single pitch on the right die. So if you guys didn't catch Coffee and Craps this week, yesterday John had his show, and it's proved to be a little controversial to the point where Ed from Roll the Wind did a kind of a video to kind of rebut what John was saying, or try to explain in further detail his point of view. John left a couple comments in Discord last night, so guys, check out his show. It's going to be on at 10:05 Central Time. And I'm sure he's going to have a lot to talk about. I know that in the Discord he's talking about how he's going to be having to do a little bit of rebuting or a little bit of explaining in his show today. We're going to take that $15 off the 9. We're going to go with $18 on the 8. We have 15 on the 5, and we have our pass line bet of $25. 137 brought back to rack, 91 on the table currently, and all bets set. Good morning, Jeff. So Jeff, if you go back in the show a little bit, I explained how I was just kidding around with you about the 314 Big Joe from Wisconsin comment. I appreciate the apology you gave yesterday, but it was all good fun, my friend. Thanks out. And we got a 213 Alfredo sauce again. That right die spun around the left die here. So the 2 is actually the left die. The 1 was actually the right. And that's one of the things we also are working on, guys. That was a single pitch of the left die and a single pitch of the right die. So that would have been a primary. Nope, that was not. They single pitched opposite directions. So that would actually be a double pitch of the dice. But that's one of the things we're working on with this brown belt level, and is training ourselves to watch which die is doing what. And what makes it even harder, I mean, it's easy for me to do on the table because I can watch all the way down, I can see the dice result, I call the result out. But it makes it harder to do on a regular craps table is because if I'm a stick left 1, I throw all the way down, the stickman usually starts moving the dice before I can tell which dice is which number. So, I mean, that's one of the things that we need to train ourselves to actually do, and try to watch and at least pick up one of the dice and see one of the dice before they move them. Good morning, nuts and bolts. So that was the 3. It does nothing for our bets. Helps with the ATS a little bit. All bets set. Dice out. And again, the brown belt level is all about variety here. And changing things around and trying to make it so it works, so we're more efficient at the table. 6-4-10. Waylon's best friend weighing it in, Daddy Joe. Again, that does nothing for our bets other than the ATS. Right now we are looking for inside hits. And by the way, there was a single pitch on the right die, and there was a double pitch on the other one. So ultimately it was a single pitch in total. All bet set. Good morning, Durcell. Face out. And we got a 5-4. That would be the Big Mac Hard 9. That's the first one of those that we've thrown today. And it's only appropriate because we have Jeff in the chat. So that is our point. We hit the point, so we're coming out looking for a new point. And they're talking about when they're going to be in Vegas. I would imagine for the Craps for here in November. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get down there. I would like to, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it. We're going to drop down to $15 pass line bet here, $2 craps check. ATS is still intact. 162 brought back to the rack. And all bets set. I do know that time permitting here, guys, I still am wanting to make that throwing station, a deluxe throwing station and receiving station. And I will hopefully be starting that in a few weeks here. I got a couple projects to do around the house. This weekend I'm going to be cutting that tree up that fell in my backyard. I told you it was a 30-foot pine tree. I was wrong. I actually had somebody measure it out. It's a little bit over 50 feet tall. And I had somebody come in and do the major cutting this yesterday. And I'm going to have to do the trimming up and splitting of the wood this weekend. So I will have plenty of firewood for our campfires in the backyard during the summer. Dice out. Again, we hit that mixing bowl. Got lucky. We have a 2-1-3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. But I'm going to hopefully get that table going, and I'll be making videos, and I'm probably not going to talk about it much. I do have a honey-do list, but it's not a honey-do list, it's a Joe-do list, because I actually make my own list. That's funny. But I'll probably start making the table, and I'm going to be doing videos on it, and I probably won't talk about it much until I get towards the end of the table build, once I start coming out with the videos, because I really want to surprise you guys with this, because it is really cool. The table design that I'll be doing, it's going to be really unique, really original, and that was a come out roll there. So again, we're going to go with a $15 pass line bet. Our $2 craps check is still in check. $161 brought back to the rack. All of our box numbers are turned off, and all bets set. Face out. And we got a 2-2 hard 4. Ballerina, so our new point will be 4. We've hit quite a few 4s today already with this dice roll. That's 4 of them today, and that's 4 of them out of 28 throws. So that was a single pitch of that left die, and that was an explosion of the right die. So we're going to put $15 pass on the 9 here. So we got 15 on the 5 and 9. 18 on the 6 and 8. We still have not been able to trend bet up. 159 brought back to our rack. We only have $96 on the table, so we're in the profit. 59, $63 so far. So all bets set. Dice out. Hopefully we can get an inside number so we can start trend betting upwards. Dice out. Our right die kind of hopped and skipped. We got a OMC craps, all the dots and all the spots, 6612. That is the new dice call that I came up with last week or a week before. A little bit long to say, but I actually enjoy it. And trying to reward one of my most loyal craps followers, OMC craps. Again, Does nothing for our bets other than the ATS. We're looking for the 8 and the 11 for the tall. We need the 2, 5, and 6 for that small. All bet set. So Jen wants to build a small, skinny table, and she'll pay big bucks. You guys are the table I'm going to be building. It's going to be really cool. And I'll kind of explain here. We got the 516, the mixer. Chris from Sideshow Gamble. The table that I'm going to be building is going to be 4 feet wide. It'll be about 3 feet deep. That's the receiving portion of it. And it's going to be 28 inches tall at the base. And the wall will be probably about 11 inches above that. So it'll be about 39 inches tall total. And it's going to be a farm style legs and everything. And the cool thing is it's going to be half, it'll be a craps table on one side, but I'm going to have it so you can flip it over and it actually is a craps chess table or checkers table, however you look at it, on the opposite side. So you can either play chess or checkers on one side, it rotates or flips over into the craps table. The throwing station is going to be a left and a right that you slide together to become a throwing station. And let me enter in craps here before I forget the dice roll. And when you take it apart, it's actually going to transform into chairs. So the reason I'm doing this is not only is it unique and cool, but it's going to be set up so that it can be used like a piece of furniture in your house. So most people, if they don't know it's a craps table, they're going to think it's another piece of furniture. At least that's what my goal is. That's the way I have it designed. We'll see how it turns out. I hope it works out well. I'll be really excited to see if it does turn out the way I'm designing it or thinking in my mind. We're going to go $30 on that 6 and 8. So that's the first trend bet up that we're doing here. 21 people watching on YouTube, and we got 11 people playing Crapsee. All bets set. 3, 2, 3, 6. And dice out. Here we go. And we got a 2, 2, hard 4 again, so we hit that point once again. Yep, 4 is our point, so we hit the point. And I think that's how we set the point, was that 2, 2. So that is starting to get some repeatability into our dice rolls here. Good morning, Uncle Hoku. So, Jen, that table that I'm making, if I can get it done before November, is going to be going up for auction in the Crapsee here. So maybe you can bet on it. My big thing is, though, getting delivery or the logistics of getting that table from my house to whoever wins the bid. And that's something I need to talk to John about. Again, we're going to be coming out here looking for a new point. So we roll number 18 coming up. We're going to go stick with that $15 pass line bet. $2 on the craps check. We still have the ATS intact. We're looking for the 8 and 11 for the tall, the 2 and the 5 for the small, and all bets set. Here we go. That right die got stuck on the way down, but we have a 3, 2, 5, no field 5. So the left die was that 3, and the 2 was on the right side, so that was a primary on the left. And that was a explosion on the right. So the point is 5. We'll take that $15 off that 5. And let's put that on the 4 since we've been hitting that. So we'll make it look like a $20 buy 4. 193 brought back to the rack. 125 on the table currently. So Jen is saying FedEx freight maybe. Duracell is saying pack on a pallet and ship freight. I work actually in a warehouse, so maybe I can work something through work as far as getting it shipped out on a truck of some sorts. So I'll have to figure that out. But the table is going to cost between $500 to $600 to build, from what I can tell from my estimations. And I'm thinking if I put it up for auction, I'm hoping it'll bring in anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 by auction. If not more, we'll see. And I'm thinking about asking John, if we do this, if I can take the cost of the shipping off of the bid and have that help pay for it, because I'm going to be putting out the money myself, with the exception of a few dollars have been donated by a couple of the members here through Super Chats. But I'm going to be putting the rest of the money in by myself to pay for the table. Dice out. So that'll be my donation towards the craps work here. And we have the Old Bay Bushel 5-5 Hard 10. So we put that $15 on the wrong number. We hit the other side now. And all we need is that, we need the 8 and the mid-mo yo yet in order to get that tall here. So that was a single pitch on the left die, and that was an implosion on that right die. So we're doing pretty much the same type of things. We're doing either one die off axis and the other one's a single pitch. So Jen is saying stain and finish. Wow, awesome, Joe. I do plan on staining and finishing it with a similar color to what my craps table is that I built on my original video. And we're going to call this all bet set here, guys. And can't remember what else I was going to say here. 3-2, 3-6. Dice out. I plan on getting a layout, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. I have to see if I can get a custom one made, probably. And I'm not going to have any dice or chips or anything going with it. That's something that the owner will have to get. We have a 4-3-7. Ouch. So that roll finally came to an end. And I'm going to probably buy a chess set to go with it rather than make the pieces. I was thinking about making the chess pieces, but I'll probably do some bond ones. So that was a 20 roller. Finally came to an end. So that was 3 shooters. And I think we're going to call it the end there, guys, because that is almost 51 minutes into the show here. I think we're about 48 minutes into the show. Let's go through our statistics. So we'll end it on a high note there. So our statistics for today was 3 shooters. We had a 10, a 4, and a 20. We had 3 7s, obviously, and we had a couple 3 come out 7s as well. And we had an SOR of 11.3. We had an SRR of 5.7. Our box numbers, inside numbers, were just a little bit under expected. 4s and 10s were a little bit higher. Come out 7s are really high. Horns and fields are just about expected. Hardweights are high, and we're definitely on a light side play today. Our strong number today was that 4. And the other ones were pretty much about average, except for that 9 was low and the 10 and 11 was low. We had a lot of 12s as well. But hey, guys, thanks for joining along today on the Level Up program. I hope that you guys do come back tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll be actually practicing for the second time from our stick right 1 position. And I appreciate the compliment there, Clay. Again, this is just practicing with this Yuri dribble, and this is probably about the 6th or 7th time that I've done it, so it is getting a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable for me. And good morning, Alfredo. But hey, guys, my name is Joe. This is my Crapsmaster dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great day, everyone.